Chuck Norris! Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris! Hey, the time has come. A man must rise. No occasion will stop him. Nothing can harm him, no matter how mean, no matter the size. Chuck Norris will win. I know you may not think it's possible. When Chuck Norris was born, he drove his mom home from the hospital. I don't know, you may have heard, Chuck Norris can kill two stones with one bird. Listen here, I tell no lies. Chuck Norris destroyed the periodic table because Chuck Norris only recognized the element of surprise. When Chuck is around, you'd better get on your knees, cause when God said, let there be light, Chuck Norris said, say please. He's a man that takes command. He'll rise to any occasion. Bad guys be damned. Let's tell the entire nation. You know Chuck don't take no lip. Chuck Norris doesn't flush the toilet. He scares the shit out of it. You know I don't need to tell you why. When Chuck Norris slices onions, the onions cry. He's never had a cold and never had lice. Chuck Norris counted to infinity twice. I don't know about you, but I can tell you this. When the boogeyman goes to sleep at night, he checks his closet for Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris. He checks his closet for Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris. Yeah! Yeah! Chuck Norris! It's that time! That time to get gay! Time for Chuck Norris month on Toxic Tuesday! Yay! 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 Yay!
Good evening, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever, whatever, however you all are. Welcome to Toxic Tuesday, the episode that almost didn't happen and got postponed. And then there was enough to say, you know what? The show must go on. Lo and behold, here we are. Guys, thank you for being here, considering everything. I'm happy. You should be happy. You're here. There's 13 of you here already. Appreciate that. Toback already hanging out on the Rumble side, sir. Thank you for holding the fort down there. So yes, as I like to say early on, as always, if you like to have it both ways, you can do that here because this is the Rumble link. So please, if you want to have it both ways, you can get it up on YouTube and get it up on Rumble. Or you can just choose your destination. But let's acknowledge these ever so wonderful listeners and viewers. Cosmic Vader, how's it going, sir? Darth Viewer, how you doing, sir? D-Bud Martin. Penny, how you doing, Penny? Thank you for being here. Corbin Dallas, what's up, dude? Jonathan 93 Maga, sir. Great to see you here. And to the lurkers as well out there. I appreciate that you guys could be here. Yeah, YouTube is bipolar. Like, straight up, like, man, this shit is not by winning. Not like Charlie Sheen, man. You see this stuff, and you're like, how? Who who's functioning here in the biggest tech company world.
It's like winning.
Except that it's not like winning because these guys were losing. But luckily, we're solved for the most part. Seems like some people are still not in the clear yet, but we're solved. We're in the clear. All right. We're here. We're clear. And we're straight. Maybe. I don't know. What do you think, Mark? Do you with the C?
I don't know about straight. I'm kind of round all around.
Kind of round all around.
not too flat
good.
these days. Yeah. If that's what you mean. Yeah. So this is a fun movie. I was unfortunately at work all day, so I missed all the stuff with YouTube. So I guess the
I'm
YouTubes
glad
are
you
having
did.
they didn't have Starlink hooked up, or what happened there?
Oh, yeah. We can't work with Elon now. He works with Donald Trump. He can't allow that. That's not allowed. It's very harmful. Even if it improves our internet service, that's still very harmful.
So I guess there were like major outages today, because then I just started clipping the show tonight when I got home. So I've been out of the loop. Yeah, so I guess
Well, here's what I know.
we're down.
I saw. So obviously you're an hour ahead of me on Eastern. I'm on Central. Retro and I are in Central, and right around like 7 o'clock. So we're talking like not even 2 hours ago. I noticed on my TV it was like my channel was like gone. I thought for a second my channel had been wiped out.
Oh my god,
I was kinda
that's
freaked
hard
out.
city.
I know. And then immediately I decided to check on my phone. I'm like, oh, this is getting really weird. I can't upload my logged in account. Yeah. And then all of a sudden I was able to, I'm like, okay, look for the Toxic Tuesday link. And now I'm like, hold up.
Was there?
The link is still there. I'm like, okay, that's really weird. Really weird. But then I'm like, but then I wanted to go on a community post. Won't let me say anything. And I'm like, okay, this is getting strange. And then I log in through a TV using the passcode and punched it in twice, and they kept booting me out. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And I'm showing them my account still exists. I checked both my emails, nothing about like my account got nuked. And then all of a sudden I see people posting on Twix. Hey, something's up with YouTube.
Okay, yeah.
Fuck. I'm like, really? You're doing this now? And I have a show less than 2 hours?
I
know. I'm talking
Wednesday, not Tuesday.
Right? Could you wait a day?
Well, we could have all been watching figure skating on the Olympics tonight, though. So, I mean,
that sounds
right?
gay.
Hey, believe it or not,
I'm sure they're talented.
I did figure skate as a kid because my mom wouldn't take me to hockey practice at 6 a.m.
That explains why you're on Toxic Tuesday then.
Yeah.
Very gay.
And then you go out to skate, and all the hockey players are like, look at that faggot there. Look at that guy skating. I'm like, I used to play hockey. Kick your ass with my figure skate.
I actually could. I don't doubt it.
So F those guys, yeah. But then I played hockey after. But years later, my mom was like, why did I start taking figure skating at like age 10 or whatever? Do I look like I'd be a fucking figure skater? And she's like, oh, I didn't really want to take you to practice at 6 a.m. And your sister was doing it after school. It was much easier. Someday someone will find those videos and put them on YouTube, and I'll then talk about real troubles. Yeah. Oh, God. So glad we're here. Yep. Looking forward to another toxic evening with a classic movie. Although they added a woman to the lineup here, man, would not be happy. Yeah.
That alone is going to be a bit of a point of conversation. I can imagine this is. I'm curious to see what the thoughts and feelings are on this character. I'm looking forward to getting into that. But we have another man in the back door, and we got to put him in the front. And this man's also going to be my guest for Thursday afternoon on my second ever episode of Nick Talks Trek. Mr. Justin of the Red Shirt. Sir, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Yeah.
Happy you're here.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Rene Russo.
Yes, we are. Very, very memorable actress. Very memorable actress.
Yeah.
And Penny, who's been a member for 6 months, a huge member at that, says, I have the Lethal Weapons on DVD. You are a smart lady, a very smart lady. Would own the Lethal Weapons on physical media. It don't matter if it's VHS or DVD or the Blu-ray or the 4K. As long
And you weren't pausing it just to watch Mel Gibson, right? You know, one of the funniest episodes, one of the funniest skits I started live back in the day when he was Mel's still a pretty big star, but in the '80s he was massive, and he was on Saturday Night Live, and Renee Russo was probably one of the biggest actresses at that time too.
Well,
and
she
then,
was like the antagonist in Major League too, which she was
yeah,
absolutely great in.
yeah. So she was big time too. And then they had a skit on SNL, Mel Gibson gynecologist.
Gynecologist.
So the guys are like, there's a skit, and they're walking into the office, like, why is there a line for the doctor's office going around the building? It was like one of the like really good skits. Of course, we get a proctologist in this. Pesci gets the work over tonight with Mel Gibson with ordering all the tests on him when he's in the hospital. So that was very toxic. Yeah. But why don't I get it
was
up?
Kind of foreshadowing, if you think about it, in a way, because he ended up doing a movie much later called "What Women Want."
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Good old Mel. You know, he's big pimping. It is easy for Mel. That's a fact of life, man. He did it like it was a damn sport. I swear, it's so great. No, Mel Gibson and great movies are like peanut butter and jelly. They're just made to be together. So no, I see some comments already about Renee Russo in terms of let's just say her looks, but I'm curious to see where people are going to land on her character, because I think I could definitely see why that may or may not be a bone of contention per se. But Mark is going to get it up, and I'm going to get it up too. I got to get my Orangina up. So let's get into
we need one of those for our members icons. Oh, I'll send you
some Orangina
for the members there.
We got to give Orangina to our members.
Let me do one right now.
Guys.
Yeah, let me do it.
I want to make sure in the chat, which, by the way, what's up, Lombardi 69, Brad Young, Davina Duckworth. Glad to see you all here. Hey, if you guys all want some Orangina emojis, please sound off. If you want to, we will slip them in. Please let me know. 1992, Lethal Weapon 3. So I was 5 years old, or turning 5 the year that this movie came out. Will it be on a plane?
Red Shirt and I are laughing because I graduated college, and Red Shirt's been working 20 years.
Yeah, no, I was a year away from getting married the first time.
Oh, man.
I had 2 years on you. But still my first time, thank God.
Man, I just continue to be a child almost everywhere I go. Oh, that's great. Justy, but it will be on a plinth if we get it up. I mean, why would we not want on a plinth? Wouldn't that be like the point of it? And by the way, yes, unfortunately, as far as plinths go, we will not have that 70s rock fan tonight, but he will be back next week for Lethal Weapon 4. So just hold tight and hold on to your butts. We will have 70s with us next week, and it will be diabolically huge. And man, what a beginning to the movie. I mean, we talk about hitting the ground running for these types of movies, but this one doesn't really hit the ground running. More so, it's a suspenseful conversation that gets things exploding. And man, the conversation couldn't be any more entertaining. The fact that they're dragging ass over what wire to cut, and then the cat pops up on the car, and they're still chatting. I was like, guys, that's a literal matter of life and death. And Mel's face. My goodness. Oh, this conversation kills me. Nearly a catastrophe, huh? Yeah. Oh, and I like how when he popped the one wire, it only ended up speeding up the time. I'm like, bro, talk about everything going wrong. I feel like this scene here sets up everything perfect in the sense that how much more the chemistry had improved from 1 to 2 to 3. We can all debate, argue on the merits of the movies, but I'm talking about in terms of their chemistry. I feel like you can really tell they are so smooth and at home with each other in this movie. And I feel like that is, to me, that's like almost undebatable because you see at the scene here, this is just like everything about it is just the smoothest flowing up to this point as far as their engagement with each other.
Yeah, I mean, it's old school, right? I mean, this is Lethal Weapon 3. I almost went to clip Lethal Weapon 2, and then I'm like, oh, wait, we did Lethal Weapon 2 in 2021.
I almost wish you did.
Yeah, well, I already have it. Well, actually, no, that one I don't think I was looking it up. It was old enough. I actually hadn't started to clip the shows yet. So yeah, so that was an old. So I'm like, but yeah, these guys know each other and inside and out. So it's it's more of the same, but it's so good that you don't mind, right? So
no, it has a formula. It knows what it caters to, and they stick with it. And you got the return of Joe Pesci. You got the introduction of Rene Russo. So you get the continuity. You of course got the Murdaugh family. You still got them at the same employer. Yeah. You still got them in the same city. The story moves forward. So, and of course, you still got Richard Donner directing. He did all 4 of these movies. So there's definitely a bit of a formula, but to me, I don't mind something being formulaic as long as it works. And this, to me, really embodied the if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now, you can say they threw in a few different flavors of seasoning in this movie. I'll say that, and I can prove that, and I will throughout the show. But it's nothing to a point where it's like, wow, this is a completely different meal than the one that was advertised on the meal. It was almost like the cook kind of knew you after being a good customer for several years and say, you know what? Hey, I know you like this, but I also have figured out what you like. I'm going to surprise you with a few small things. It's not going to deter too far away, but it's going to be different just enough that you recognize there's something there. But you still love it, and it's still going to be ultimately at the end of the day that same delicious burger you know and love. And I can't believe I just made all that make sense about a burger.
And that there is a big delicious burger in this movie too.
Oh yeah, there is. I wasn't even trying to go there.
That's what he calls it.
Yeah,
right?
I think you're underselling it, Nick. This isn't just a formula. This is what franchises used to be made of.
Yes. No, you're right.
You had in this case, you've got 2 characters. In the case of Beverly Hills Cop, you had 3. You had Taggart and his partner plus Billy. And they got it in a movie. They made it work, and they found a way to keep what worked in a new story and another new story and another new story. And they brought people in, and they as like Rene Russo is here, or they brought in a Joe Pesci for a longer arc across a couple of movies, because he added to the story, and they decided, hey, this adding Pesci in here works. We should keep him around.
And, the funny thing about the Pesci stuff, they actually added his parts later on. They originally was going to skip this movie, go to another city, and they're like, oh, hey, maybe we should actually keep him here. And I'm actually glad they did. As far as like continuity going, I think it was a good move to keep him there. I'm actually glad that they actually like backtracked on that.
Yeah. But this is what used to be a franchise as we watched the 6th Disney Star Wars franchisee come out and episode come out or whatever. So yeah, I mean, and people are like, hey, this doesn't look terrible. Yeah, but remember the other 5.
Yeah, right. Oh God, yeah, no kidding.
It's like, no, you can't miss that many times and keep a streak going. You can't call it a franchise then. Nope. You call it a bunch of mistakes followed by a blind squirrel finding an acorn. So this thing hits the right notes. The movie hits the right notes, and this is another Lethal Weapon movie, but you're still looking forward to the ride, which appropriate scene to be.
It's a great ride here.
Oh, dude, I love the timing of that
driver.
word with the word ride as we're seeing this craziness unfold. Wow, Richard. All right, take it back. Now it's just the timing was perfect.
Yeah.
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 She's like another Joe Pesci, right? You know, like they could have had her in a few more scenes too.
They
She was
could have.
so funny with her crush on Danny Glover. Yeah.
Yeah. He is the jelly in my jelly jam in my jelly donut.
That line killed me, dude. I was like, oh man, she is all over him. And he's just like, I can't do this.
Well, he is a very sexy man, don't you think, Nick?
Well, Donald, I mean, hey, we're talking about a man who's very statuesque. He's all about the chocolate, and well, I have my morning BBC when I get a big black cup of coffee every morning. Oh, you made me go into that BBC reference. I wasn't gonna pass up an opportunity since you laid it out. I spun it out.
Yeah,
but dude, I love where he's like, speed up to the car so he could jump from his car to the other car. I was like,
and don't run him over.
Mel Gibson being crazy is my favorite Mel Gibson. Don't get me wrong, I love patriotic Mel. I love warrior Mel. I love villainous Mel. But crazy Mel, in my opinion, and I'm gonna say this might be bold for some, I think Mel, when he wants to be crazy, rivals Nicolas Cage is crazy. I stand by that. I stand by that. I said it and I meant it.
I think you're onto something there. I don't think there are many actors besides those two that can really pull off a what the hell is this guy going to do next character.
Seriously. And Mel, like, he definitely gets some acclaim for his crazy, but I feel like he should get way more because his crazy is always noble. He doesn't always do it. Maybe that's why he doesn't get as much conversation, whereas kind of Cage kind of makes it like a feature in every movie, whereas Mel Gibson does it depending on if it fits the role, which I respect. No, you don't do every same thing. I get it. Some people, they do traits because it's part of who they are, but some guys, they take it case by case. So I could give him that as well. But man, his crazy. I mean, it's like his expressions to the crazy shit he does. Like it isn't just about his crazy expressions, but all the wild things he does too. Like how he jumps into the vehicle, or he thought he saw about a mugging happen, and it was really just the filming of a movie or TV show. Like he's off the rocker in the best way possible, to a point where it's like, if that were my roommate, but you know what, man, you're crazy, but you pay the bills, so I'll let that shit slide. All of it. All of it.
Joe Pesci's appearance here. Awesome.
Joe Pesci.
Blonde Joe Pesci. Blonde Joe Pesci.
And that's a fancy
Joe
Cadillac.
Pesci in a Cadillac convertible. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's a Cadillac that was designed in Italy. That was the Alante Cadillac.
Alante.
Yeah, really nice car actually. It's kind of a collector's item now. But yes, but that was like a fancy Cadillac was making its comeback. That car was one of them because Cadillac had been down on their luck for a while. So yeah, this is or not making the best car, shall we say. So and this is he's just like right into it. He's just so fun. And then he's eating fucking dog biscuits. The whole movie he's eating dog biscuits so he doesn't smoke. And he starts liking them too. I wonder how many people started eating dog biscuits because Mel Gibson was, even though I bet you these were cookies. Do you think he was really eating dog biscuits or were they cookies?
I don't know. That's debatable, man.
Nick would eat the dog biscuits, right?
I think those were cookies.
They probably were cookies. But
Mel is crazy. He might actually.
Hey, I got to let you know a secret, Mark. They don't actually drink whiskey in movies. It's actually iced tea.
Damn.
Whoa! What?
Oh man!
It's called movie magic.
They don't drink Orangina.
I mean, orange.
Oh, they drink
Orangina. We have to emphasize the gina.
Yes, yeah.
But Corbin Dallas. Okay, you're right. Bleach hair. Oh, I learned from like from the and that was actually kind of lasted longer than most fests because that was like early 90s into like I'd say about 2003 or 4. Because I remember as I was graduating 2002 in 8th grade, that's when like they were it wasn't fully bleached, but it was where they were doing the tips of the spiky hair blonde. So it was like it was evolving from full bleach to just the frost tips on the top of the hair. And then all of a sudden by like 0405, that was like a distant memory. But man, what a weird memory that was. That's for sure, man. And imagine being at Murdaugh's position and then seeing your son have that vehicle pull out mark, and then you're like, oh, that's some disgusting shit. And you remember him being in law enforcement, it's his job, it's his natural like drive to suss things out like that. Even if he doesn't want to, it's just he's trained to see it that way, no matter what. So this has got to be a bit of a conflicting position for him because he trusts his son. His son seems, even though he's a teenager, his son seems to be a little bit more level-headed and understanding than most teenagers, but it still worries the shit out of you. It still worries the shit out of you.
Yeah, if your kids get involved with the wrong kids,
sketchy,
it's scary, right? And you're
Very
like, oh, my
scary.
kid's a good kid, but if he's stuck with a bad kid, you don't want to blame it on the other kid, but then sometimes you have to. But yeah, it's just it's scary stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
His crazy mouth. I love this. I just love this scene.
Dude, this shit cracks me up. The fact that he did all that. He's like, oh, this is for filming. And I love how the director's like, oh, you're fired. And he's like, no, she's not. And he's just like, oh, dude, he's firing back. No, she's not. I love that he did that.
He kicks the guy's ass, and he gets her a raise too, right?
Oh yeah,
he gets her a raise. Yeah.
Oh man,
I just love the scene of like Mel Gibson, pretending to be a cop, pretending to be, it's like one of the biggest actors in the world. It's just the inside joke of this. It's just hysterical.
Fired, Briggs. What'd you do? Get fired for something I did. I mean, shit, he's kind of got a point.
She's fired.
Dude, no. So I was like, that escalated quickly. And then all of a sudden, he actually solves the problem. And then Murdaugh was like, oh, God. Now you're just going to you're going to rub it in now. Now that you actually solved the problem, now you're just going to rub it in too. Like,
yeah.
Oh,
look, he fell down. Let me help you out. So much police brutality in this movie, right?
Like, oh, dude, it has brutal moments.
Is she fired? No.
Even amongst it being brutal and being rated R, I think there's something else though, Mark. It is.
That was like funny, yeah, because that scene is funny, right?
It is
a
fun movie. It's not. There's not really nudity. Obviously, there's a scene where Mel Gibson fucks Lauren Nicole, but we don't see it.
Thankfully.
But I'd say I'm trying to think what's the most R-rated thing about this. Maybe
just
the violence,
subject matter, the violence and subject matter. Some of the
language, I feel like some of the subject matter was similar to what we had seen in some of the.
This could have been PG-13, right? There's no nudity, right? There was no mad appearance.
It's R, believe it or not. I looked at it because I actually had to remind myself this was rated R, because it feels at times of a PG-13. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not a deal breaker for me in terms of quality because I watched this movie and I could still enjoy this all the same, like the other.
Why the heck is this rated R?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Ask Grok. Yeah.
Grok, yeah, all right, Grok. You better give us some answers, bitch.
Let's see what it says.
I want to know.
Why is lethal? Maybe the guns? I don't know.
And dude, Mel Gibson's hair in this movie. I
think it could have been a PG-13 today, actually. Yeah.
Did you want to live in Mel Gibson's hair in this movie?
Oh, what great hair he has! Even much better hair than Captain Christopher Pike. As I was watching it the whole time. It's the new captain on Star Trek.
Did you feel distracted seeing his wavy hair?
I felt jealous. I just felt jealous. I wanted to be able to run my hands through something like that again. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just something not fair.
I just see, I was like, man, dude, he's just showing that shit off now. Like, because he always had he had a lot of bushy hair in a lot of those movies. But this one, he really took it to another level to a point where he's even getting called out for like, hey, dude, do something about your hair. I was like, they're just jealous. These guys are coping. They hate that he's got the hair that they don't.
Yep. Oh, here's what Grok says: violence. So gunfight, shootouts. This level of action violence pushes us behind PG-13 thresholds with a guy getting drowned in wet cement. And then they use the F word about 40 to 50 times. Yep. I guess, or cursing. But yeah,
that'll do it.
That'll do it. Yeah. But this is like a PG. Like I would have no problem having my kids watch this at age, 13, PG-13.
I don't.
Yeah, this
I'd
is not
allow
a. This
it.
is not. Yeah.
I
Not a hard
allow
R.
it. No, it's not. It is. It's just you could call this like a. I guess I'll make up a rating here, a PG-16 or something.
Yeah.
Because, or even 15, because this really is just, it toes the line. Or was it even trying to? I don't know, but man, it's just fun. And even though it's R-rated,
it's a fun movie.
Hey, your Muslim uncle, welcome, sir. Yes, we are going. We are going long, hard, and strong. I see also Psycho Magus on Rumble. Thank you, guys. Yes, we are going, running strong. We got 20 of you here. We got a handful of you on Rumble. Thank you, guys. Yeah, the show went on, thankfully, and we're having fun talking Lethal Weapon 3. And, of course, this crazy Mayhem Cast. I'm Chaos, and he's Mayhem. We're a double act. It's a cross between Police Gazette and Mad Magazine. Talk about the best response.
Hey, is that where Mayhem came from, or the commercial? I was thinking that. It's like, come on, that's maybe where the guy got the idea, right? I was like,
it might be.
Right?
Oh, this made, dude, I
Mayhem.
freaking died with this. I was like, dude, that's great. And right then there at that moment, though, when Mel Gibson was giving the sassy clap back, I'm like, oh, he's subtly making the moves towards this lady with comments like, I knew right then and there he's gonna go all in. That was just the beginning. But what was a welcome surprise was seeing their antagonist being a guy who was working from within. I thought that was actually a very welcome change. Also, it was a guy who was not as well known. As well known. He's known, but not that. But he wasn't like Mel Gibson or Danny Glover level of known.
No, at the time he wasn't. It was not. But he was a face that I recognized, and it bothered me because I couldn't put a name to it or a character that I recognized until I looked it up on IMDb. He played the doctor in Hot Fuzz. It's I brought you into this world, Nick. It seems only fitting that I should be the one to take you out of it.
Which doctor and what?
He played the town doctor
in
Hot Fuzz.
Oh, Hot Fuzz. Okay. Well, hot dog, dude.
Yeah,
that's wild.
So they I mean that cast is I've seen at least 3 different movies with this on Toxic Tuesday in the last couple of months where one character turned out to be a character from Hot Fuzz. It seems like that was a who's who of British character actors. But yeah, he is a great antagonist, and as an ex-cop, a dangerous.
That's the worst type of enemy you could have.
Yeah.
And can we mention how, on top of this enemy being their guy, not only did he work from within, he had possession to their weapons. Also, there was the access of having a bullet that went through bulletproof vest, because there was that quick, brief moment earlier on. And good night, Penny. Thanks for being here. Where they're showing where they're at the shooting, and they're showing off that one bullet. Like, hey guys, we gotta watch out because this bullet's out there on the streets, and that's alarming. Like, I remember when I first saw that, I was like, whoa, that's actually very freaking serious. That's scary.
But of course, the bullet,
it's not absolute, but it definitely improved your chances a lot. But to see one go right through the way that it did, that was alarming.
Yeah. There was almost a panic about cop killer bullets back in the 90s, the 80s, 90s, somewhere in there. And of course, because the media got a hold of it, they got it wrong.
Totally wrong. It was
and Full Metal Jacket bullets became cop killer bullets. And it's like the military uses those because they don't behave any differently than anything else, and they don't mushroom on impact or any of those
It
horrible
was all
things.
BS.
So they got it completely wrong. And it was, they made this huge mountain out of this tiny molehill of a small number of incidents involving armor piercing bullets, which is what these guys are talking about. That's what Riggs is demonstrating, is an armor piercing bullet.
Corbin, you gotta rewatch 3, dude. You gotta rewatch, especially for this hockey scene. The fact that they actually thought they had the guy cornered by. I wish Riggs had a smart plan addressing him on public, but the way that this guy got around that, I was like, damn, shit.
He skated right away.
Yeah, that was smart. He actually did. Yeah, he skated right away, as you said. I'm like, I'm actually impressed with how he skated, but I love how the people are cheering as Joe Pesci gets back up, and they're acting like as if he was the player. He's okay. Everyone, he's gonna be alive. I was like, yes. Oh,
that was a funny scene. Yeah, and then he goes to the proctologist. Yeah, but getting back to the bullet thing, yeah, it was just. I mean, a handgun is most handguns will be able to be stopped by bulletproof vest. Variances, of course, but anything with a rifle is going through a bulletproof
No, it is.
vest.
Yeah.
Any rifle ammo, you go hunting with, technically is
even
cop killer.
Even a 223, the regular military the M15 civilian AR-15 civilian rifle. Yeah, that round will go through a bulletproof because they're not bulletproof, they're bullet resistant. If you wear it with ceramic plates, you have a much better chance. But trust me, nobody wears them in real life with ceramic plates in them. If people are not shooting at you for a living.
Yeah, it's too much. Yeah, so it's just a lot of it's like people in the media. Usually they're idiots and morons. They don't know what the hell they don't do any research. They just go by the hype.
Well, they even got it wrong in the movie here, which surprised me a little bit because they're usually pretty good about their weapons handling. You do see people have to reload, but he calls a magazine a clip. Twice.
Yeah.
Not I need another clip. No, you need another magazine.
Yeah, so I asked Rock again too. Just in short, the idea of a special cop killer bullet designed specifically to murder police by defeating body armor is a myth fueled by hype. So and you're using a handgun. Not that I ever want anything bad to happen to a cop, God forbid. But the funny thing is, like I stopped this here just to check for the rectal exam. But
yes.
Yeah, how do you spell rectal exam?
You can't do that. I'm doing it.
Yeah. We have rectal exam.
They say great art is difficult to understand, but easy to enjoy. Hey, Beavis. It's hard, but it's not like hard.
Yeah. Oh, that face is perfect.
Yeah, I went back and clipped that. I'm like, he's so good in this. Yeah.
You look very happy about that rectal exam.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. That's good. Everyone, my head. Oh, dude. Oh, I love how he just goes in there and just gets to work. I'm like, bro, O should be so pissed about that shit to this day. Oh, that reminds me, on Sunday, so my younger brother and his girlfriend, they had a baby shower. And on the way to a baby shower, I drove by my old stomping grounds right outside of Chirac. And Darth Viewer, you may have heard of this town called Melrose Park. I went to a trade school out there called Lincoln Tech for automotive class. There is obviously a dump, very obvious. And there's this hot dog joint that's been there for 80 years. I go to this place for the last few years since I don't live near the area. I only go there once or twice a year. But prior to that, when I was living close to the area, I go there several times a year. But it's called Gene and Jude's, 80-year-old hot dog joint. it looks like a dump on the inside and the outside, and they only have like 6 things on their menu: hot dog and fries, tamales, fries, orange drink, purple drink, purple drink, which is purple Kool-Aid, but they call it purple drink there, which is great because that's like the Chicago slang term for purple Kool-Aid is purple drink, and then fountain drink. And of course, I got a vote on getting purple drink, but we got orange drink. But I remember my oldest daughter's like, these fries look really weird. And then all of a sudden, like she had one and she tasted it like, oh, this is the best fries I've ever had. And man, it looked like one of these cool places that look like it, where the menu you have to actually put the letters on. I love these types of places. So any super divey place, I told them that was to my kids, hey, the more dumpy these places look, the ones that OSHA are probably afraid to go to, there's a good chance that the food's gonna be better. And I bet you if you look around here, you'll find gum under a bunch of these ledges. It's just the facts of life, guys. Facts of life. I know people don't want to hear it because that sounds unsanitary, but it's true. It's true. Get mad all you want, but the best foods are at the most diviest of places. I'm at the part where I should say that's just my opinion, but it's not just my opinion because it's true. It's true. I could have sworn Dave Chappelle had a bit about. Yes, he did. He had a bit about purple drink. Yeah, it is Kool-Aid, but they call it purple drink. Either way, it's a great name. It's a damn great name. And dude, come on, man. You're talking to me here. You bet your sweet, sweaty ass I've eaten at Vito and Nick's. That's my all-time favorite mom and pop shop pizzeria. That place has been there for over 100 years. They're still cash only to this day. To this very day, they're still cash only.
And God, we trust all those must pay cash.
That's right.
So I would highly recommend anyone who comes to Chicago, you better go to Vito and Nick's or Gene for pizza or Gene and Jude's for hot dogs and fries. And they stack the fries too. They don't go it's hot dog with fries minimum. There's no hot dog, no fries. It's hot dog with fries, and they load the fries on. I did mine with a mustard and a sport pepper. And oh, dude, the sport pepper with the mustard. Woo-wee. Guys, I'm just saying, Mark, Redshirt, you guys ever come out this way? I will buy you.
We're there, right?
Dude's meal. I will buy you. I'm not joking. I will. Cash is king. Still is at a lot of mom and pop shops out here. I love it. I love it. All right. Now we can finally get into the knowing of no more about food for now. And I love that he brought her to the men's room to chat.
Yeah. And she's not phased at all, right?
No.
To his orifice, actually. Step into my orifice.
Yes.
The jokes in this are really quick and
toxic.
And toxic as hell.
Yes.
I'm taking you to the men's room to talk. Oh.
No, there's a lot of lines I missed from my first initial viewing that it took me rewatches over the years to realize, oh wow, there's a lot of great dialogue. You don't really, because you're absorbing the story first, and then all of a sudden you go back with those later viewing to see all the little itty bits, whether it's great quick line. Wow, this movie actually has a lot of meat to chew on. There's a lot of meat to the bone with this one.
Yes.
Is. And I love that about this movie because these sequels luckily seem to be very well respected, but man, I feel like the rewatches are a lot more beneficial. I could see why the initial viewing might not seem as exciting, but I truly believe people might have some, we'll say, minor evaluations with rewatches of these movies if they give them all, because they really all hold up. And yes, Chad, in case you're wondering, we are doing Lethal 4, Weapon 4 next week as well. You can bet your sweet, sweaty ass on that one. Wino Grape Soda, I got voted. And I was trying to eat too much because we're on the way to a baby shower, dude. That's why, Psycho Magus. We want to make sure we still have food in our stomach for that Puerto Rican rice. And yes, don't worry. there was tons of deportation jokes and even segregation jokes. We talked about we should have the dark wines separate from the lighter wines. Not joking. We did. Well, we were joking about, but I'm not joking that it didn't happen. It straight up happened. We talked about putting the light wines and the dark wines separate. So, and we did it as a segregation joke at a Puerto Rican family party, and it was hilarious. And most people actually recognize that.
You put some ice in your wine?
Once. Oh, I know, right? For once, this is the least amount of times people didn't think I was either a Fed or B, a guest. This is the most amount of time people actually recognize me as family. I was like, wow, it took me 38 years to get here, but I'm starting to make progress now.
38 years.
I couldn't believe myself. I was like, am I gaslighting myself into believing that this is happening?
I don't know whether that means you're a slow learner or they are.
I don't know which one it was, but you got also to remember this is the biggest Puerto Rican family party I've ever been to. One, because it runs in one side of my family, and then B, the girl I don't want to say he's going to propose, but let's just say they're unofficially getting married. I can't say anything in case there's a weird chance she's somehow listening. Sorry, Joe, if this spoils it. She's very full on Puerto Rican. So you combine the two together, and you're talking hundreds. It felt they said it was only gonna be like 90 to 100 people. It was way more than that. Oh, and all the parents all had 90, 100 kids each. Yes, I'm leaning hard into the stereotypes because they're all true. And the Puerto Rican rice is still the greatest rice. It ain't even up for dispute. I know I made this about food again. Fuck. Anyways, back to Badass Movie.
Hey, speaking of food, we have a new emoji.
Oh, yes, guys.
I was the first one to use the Orangina.
Guys, we have a new emoji. We have an Orangina emoji. If you're on YouTube, we have an Orangina emoji. You are welcome to use it. It requires
become a member.
Just to be a member. You don't have to be a member for 2, 3, 4 months, years. As long as you are a member, you could even be the biggest member. Hell, you can have the littlest member.
Yeah, you can have a little member and do it. Yeah.
So you should be happy about this. My secretary's Puerto Rican. She had one kid. She's rare. I'll say that. 11 alpha. That's rare because we do the stereotypes of getting the Dodge Caravan and then packing in 90, 100 kids and wonder how they all fit in there.
Well, I know two stereotypes of Hispanic women, Puerto Rican women included. One of them is never piss them off.
Oh, God, you could absolutely apply it for Puerto Rican women, too. Oh, yes, you can apply that for them, too.
Never piss one off. And the other one is if they offer you food, you're eating.
Oh, yeah, that's not a no. There's no being at this family party and you're not eating. You were probably that maybe, and that's probably why people were like, oh yeah, that guy comes and eats, so he's fine. If I didn't eat, they would automatically assume I was a freaking Fed or some shit. And I make sure we eat good.
That's like my buddy whose his parents were Italian, and when he invited friends over, the mom didn't like one of the kids because he was a skinny Filipino kid, and he didn't ask for seconds. So he's like, I don't know if I like that boy so much. Of course, later on she warmed up to him, but he no ask for seconds. Why not?
Yep.
It's nothing personal, but yeah.
So Brian Bart asks, how did you feel Christopher Reeve got the role of Riggs? He was the first choice for a role in the first film was getting made. I'm kind of glad it didn't happen. I like Christopher Reeve. I actually do like him as an actor, not just as Superman. But this role just suits Mel more. No offense, Christopher. Rest in peace, sir. This role is just Mel Gibson's. This isn't a sorry, not sorry. This is a I'm not sorry, period. Get those kids to kill that. Oh, by the way, can we talk about that? The fact that Riggs got in there, got that dog into a de-escalating situation to a point where it got so comfy with him, it left with him. And we gotta get awesome, a new dog, dude. Yeah. And I love Lorna's expression. She's like, "This is actually working." Dude,
Yes.
he could not believe what she was saying. He's like, "Oh, it's a guy thing. You gotta understand. This is how guys roll." I was like, "God, this is great." Oh man. Lethal Weapons was it not the Road Warrior or the first Mad Max?
Well, the first Mad Max was dubbed to be shown in the United States because nobody could understand Mel. The Road Warrior was probably, I would say, was a cult movie because I doubt it got wide distribution.
Oh, okay. See, I did not know that.
Yeah.
I am learning this today. But we got the dog. Unfortunately, some of the guns fell out because asshole. Damn it. But hey, you got a dog out of it, and he gets to get to the lady's lair and see one of Riggs' favorite shows on her screensaver, The Three Stooges, because he's a Stooges fan, and they get to go all whoopee cushion on each other.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that never, when that happens in real life, there's alcohol involved.
Well, that's the thing. Mel Gibson's such a natural, seductive personality. He don't need no alcohol.
Yeah, it only happens in movies. I've never seen it. But no, it makes for a good story because he's you can tell that he's fallen for her.
Oh, he's got the hots for her big time. Speaking of having the hots for her, I mean, to my knowledge, I haven't watched the fourth movie in a while, but I feel like this is the only movie where he actually doesn't bring up his past wife.
Yeah.
Did he mention it all this? I feel like he did it.
So.
I know. I don't think he does.
I don't think he does.
Movie.
No.
Yeah. We're getting in the Martin Riggs arc right now. Finally advanced. Oh, there she had a pee in a mug. So virtuous. So virtuous. Oh, Peter. No, man, they did not age well for sure in 2026. They even by vegetarians, they have some issues that I'm realizing this is just a selective organization.
It's a fundraising organization.
Yeah, I mean, in a disingenuous bullshit way. Yeah, sure it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess you're right, Bryant. When you're right, you're right. It's okay. Unfortunately, I'm not an expert. I'm just a guy who talks about movies from a fan perspective and throws in little dashes of knowledge on history. Little dashes. But no, I guess you're right. Lethal Weapons were the ones that made him and James Starr. And yeah, a lot of these things, what was cool were the marks that he got from previous movies, and they made that play out into the scars he got on his body for the story. I thought it was cool. It wasn't just like, oh yeah, these happened from off the scene shit. It was like, oh yeah, I got this from that from that. So I like that. Once again, continuity playing into everything throughout the story. It turns out she had a few marks as well. But man, Mel Gibson doesn't wear white tighties. He wears blacky tighties, which I didn't think was going to be a term until now. Black tighties. Yeah, he's going for that sensible touch for a reason. That was that I saw the detail there, Mel. I saw how you were paying attention in your eyes. We all saw it,
right?
Even the dog knows it. The dog knows. The dog's like, oh yeah, he's going in. He's ready to slide right in. He wants to be a slip and slide. That's why the dog turned around.
We can't shoot a dog. People okay, but not dogs.
Oh, dude, yeah.
That line, I gotta clip that one. I was like, people okay, but not dogs. And most people would agree with that, I think, right?
You conceded or you're conceded. I like that. Yeah. You think, oh, that's another great line. I was like, damn. Yeah, a lot of smart delivery. You're gonna smack the shit out of me, right? Oh man. We need to make buddy cop movies great again. Straight up,
Yeah.
dude.
You gotta get the writers to do that. That's the problem.
Yeah, I think that actually is the problem. I don't think it's an acting problem. It's definitely a writing problem for sure. I feel like we got a ton of names, whether it's younger or older, who could do it and probably will even be interested. But I feel like the writing part is going to be where we have a bit of collision.
Yeah, first of all, the writers in this movie had a vocabulary.
Yeah,
they had a vocabulary. Damn it, they were able to do wordplay on $20 words. I mean, it's a script that assumes the audience is intelligent while it's making a joke, because if you don't get the word, if you don't know the word, you won't get the joke.
Yeah.
So
imagine
I don't think
Donner cares about having known that the audience is not stupid and that they understand continuity, they understand character progression. What?
Yes.
No way.
No way. No.
Come on. Come on.
Whoa,
They respect
dude.
the audience. Come on. How dare you? How dare you, Richard Donner? You need to do better.
If anyone's watching Night of the Seven Kingdoms, that's what we're getting right on all these episodes, right? He doesn't instantly start to win, So that's what you love. And Mel Gibson's always screwing up. Usually it's him. Sometimes it's Glover, but usually it's Gibson.
Yeah. It's usually Gibson. Gibson's the crazy one. And look at that. Murdaugh is the black man in a suburban home in a successful family who's a great dad, who is a respected leader in law enforcement. What? Come on. That didn't happen. This never happened, guys. We got to pretend this didn't happen 30 plus years ago.
Is this before Rodney King and O.J. Simpson? What? It's before, right?
Yes.
That's probably why. Yeah, because you're not. Then they got to tone down all the the cop quote unquote violence, I guess, or how Gibson is treating some of these people, even though it's they're kind of breaking the rules and no one cares, but that kind of changes in later movies. Yeah.
This is another great scene here in this because obviously we happened a bit earlier, but obviously Murdaugh is not happy about getting the kid shot, and even though it wasn't really his fault, it's the fact that it was a youngster. Like, the guilt draws all over him, and this is once again, I feel like when I was saying earlier on the show, that's where I feel like the chemistry was their strongest at this point. I think this is the second scene that solidifies that, because they go into a fight, an argument, and a friendship, and a brotherhood all in one scene. Yes. And to me, that's just like what best friends do, especially when you're in a job where you have this type of unpredictability. Worlds do collide. It's just the nature of the beast. And they let it out, and they realize, okay, yeah, I said some shit, but I didn't really mean it. Please forgive me. I'm just going through some shit. I know you're my guy. We'll stick with each other. And I thought, man, there's actually a lot of great emotional power to this scene. And this is something that the emotional depth of these movies do not get enough respect for.
No. And they know how to keep it from becoming overly sappy, because after the fight, when Riggs winds up in the water, when his partner tries to pull him out, he pulls him into the water with him, and they're both there arguing with each other. Now they're both wet in the water. Neither of them is in the boat, and the spotlight comes on, and it's the sheriff's boat. And there's like, oh no, guys, we're police officers. Oh, really? Yeah, we're in the middle of a case. Scotch.
Yeah. And then he thinks you slept with you slept with my daughter.
Yes. Yes.
Come on, I'm not gonna sleep with your daughter. Come on.
I like how they went from fighting to, oh shit, we're almost caught. Quick cover for each other. Right away. Not even 5 seconds later, they're right back to cover each other.
All of a sudden, it's like, oh god, wait a minute, we got to come up with a story fast.
Yeah, we're in the middle of a case. Well, I guess in a way, this is their most homoerotic moment because they got wet together. Yeah. So in the second movie, they bonded from the toilet. In this movie, they were wet together. So
They kiss in the very beginning, though. Don't forget. In the kitchen, that first scene, Mel Gibson plants one on Danny Glover.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
He does. Oh, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
He does. He sideswipes him. I
Right?
was like, holy shit.
Yep.
Mel
About to
just,
clip that one too.
dude, yeah. God, he said that.
And
Oh,
going back,
man.
going another point on the writing for today versus back then, why you couldn't get a buddy cop movie like this is Rene Russo. If they brought her into this story today, she would have to be a girl boss and she'd have
Yep.
to save Riggs. Riggs would suddenly become inept
Yeah.
and she'd have to cover for him.
Yeah. That's
know,
true.
And it wouldn't work
No, it
because
wouldn't.
they've got to be equals. He's got to be going, holy shit, watch what she does. She's good.
I'm so happy that Gibson and Glover still get along super well to this day. And even Rene Russo still gets along with the both of them as well. I am so happy to know like everyone is still super cool with each other, despite obviously culturally a lot of things have changed. And obviously we all know Mel Gibson. We won't go into that territory, but we all get what I'm trying to get at. It's great to see that there are people out there who have stuck by Mel Gibson through thick and thin, and these were a few of them. Obviously, these Glover did, Russo did, Robert Downey Jr. did, and it's nice to have that. And the fact that Gibson's like, hey, should this fifth and final movie happen, we gotta get the band together properly. If we were to do it, we definitely gotta make us being old as part of the joke of it because we're all a lot slower. Yeah, you can't not do it. But the whole meaning of I'm too old for this shit will have a whole lot more new meaning. No, that's
That'd be for damn
man.
sure.
By an extra almost 3 decades.
Yep.
Oh, dude. Yeah, this is where we get Lorna's most kick-ass scene coming up. I want to know, guys, I want to hear where you're at with the scene. And I'll let Redshirt lead. Do you buy Lorna doing this type of genuine asping? Or do you think it was movie magic? Was this a pre-Mary Sue, before Mary Sue? Where are you at with the scene? Because like I said, I feel like this may or may not be a bone of contention. What do you think?
I think she's got the technique. She's had the training. And I think that I don't think that she could go up against a Chuck Norris and kick his ass like this. But these guys are low-level thugs. They're not the high speed, low drag operators that we see later. With the automatics and stuff that are the guys that are right around our bad guy. These are just low level. So no, I don't think it's completely out of the question that she could do it. And certainly in the context of the movie, you're not supposed to see her as a Mary Sue. You're supposed to see her as somebody that's impressing Riggs's character to the point where he doesn't want his partner to go help her. He wants his partner to watch this.
Oh, dude, you could tell he was like practically getting turned on by. He's like, dude, look at her go. And it didn't feel like he was being like a soy boy, but it just felt like he was really into this girl, genuinely speaking. Yeah, and he was just, hey, dude, look at this shit, bro. Like he was invested. It felt very real.
Yeah, I think it's played straight, and it's meant to be seen as she can do this. Now, whether in real life you believe that Rene Russo could pull this stuff off, that's a different story. But this is a movie. This is a character. I don't think I don't think she's out of character doing this. So no, I don't have a problem with it.
Okay. Mark, what do you think?
Yeah, I think, this is before the girl boss phenomenon too. So it's kind of like if you saw this today, you'd be like, girl boss. And, this is kind of written as what they used to do, like a surprise, like when a character, you don't expect a character to be able to do something, and then he surprises you. Like, I always love like Peter Parker undercover as Spider, as Peter Parker, like saving the day, in the comics, behind the scenes, and this kind of thing where, you expect, oh, she's just a pretty woman. She's not gonna be able to kick anyone's ass. And yeah, it's a Hollywood movie, but it's semi believable. I mean, and it didn't strike you back then. I mean, yeah, the PC movie
literally
yeah,
strike
girl.
us.
Yeah. But the PC movement was getting started back then. But I don't remember anyone complaining about it because everyone loved Rene Russo. But yeah, today it would definitely be taken that way. But this was kind of a written as like she's a badass cop, and then she's gonna be able to kick ass. So I don't mind it when it's in this context, but when you have it happen way too many times and she's a well-written character too. Like you believe her as a badass before she starts to do this, and Mel doesn't really come to her aid. It's like he's just enjoying her, watching her kick ass there, which is fun for her.
He loves her.
And the thing is, we don't have for a Mary Sue character is we don't have a history of her not fighting people.
That's true. She's from law enforcement. It's in her background. And she actually, at the end, near the end of the fight, Murdaugh did have to get involved.
Yes.
That's another key detail, too. Murdaugh did have to give up because she almost had her number by one of the guys at the end, and he ran in because that was probably at the point where, okay, she can take no more. And Murdaugh needed to step in and do something. So she did have a limit on her action, that's for sure. As impressive as she was, it's clear that there's still a lid for her.
Yeah.
And there's our favorite lady coming back to try to get Glove Murdaugh's attention. And I love Gibson's, how he's handling with him hiding under, he's leveling him. It's like he's cowering down on all fours right under this counter. I laughed so she thought he was joking. He's actually serious. He's a jamming by jelly roll. Oh, dude. That freaking kills me. All right, DJ B2, Nick, Slayer, Megadeth. Okay, I'm gonna admit this changes a lot. A lot. But I'm gonna say in 2026, I'm gonna go Megadeth. Thank you for playing. So, anyways, back to our movie.
Yeah, this is also the difference between the characters and just another way of doing it. I'm getting too old for this shit type of thing. Rene Russo partners up with them and Riggs beds her. What does Danny Glover's Murtaugh get? He gets armored truck cop lady. And he's married. It's too late anyway. And he's like, I'm getting too old for this shit.
Well, there's and another great line delivery, and this was definitely one that would make especially the surgery obsessed mad. Oh my, more plastic than Cher. I love this job.
Oh yes.
Oh, I was like, bro, man. I love that line. I got 8 days of my retirement, and I will not make a stupid mistake. Look, there's no bomb in the building. I will bet vital parts of my anatomy to the fact. Trust me. That's usually my first mistake. Is trusting him always. Or you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say ain't gonna be much.
You have the right to remain unconscious. You have the right to remain unconscious. Anything you say ain't gonna be much.
Yeah. DJ, no, I love them both, man. I've listened to both obsessively over the years, but for today, I'm going to choose Mega. There have definitely been times throughout the world where I've definitely preferred Slayer. There's no secret about that. I've seen Slayer like 9 or 10 times live. But as of currently, Megadeth. Anyways, let's see. Chat, holy crap. A lot of you are still here. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate the hell out of that. We're only an hour and 8 minutes, and we are cruising and boozing. I love that shit.
Fast work.
No, we're crushing it, man. I got to, they always say not to brag, but fuck it, we're bragging, we're owning this shit, man. We're crushing it, and we don't even have that 70s rock fan, and that's unfortunate because we missed you 70s.
Yeah,
we do.
Yes,
I hope
we needed to hear for the hockey scene.
All right. So apparently Carrie Fisher, and I've not looked into this too deeply, but this is something I found out. I guess you could say surface level information. Apparently, she's an uncredited script doctor on this film. I was like, huh, I need to look into that later. It's something I wrote down, but that's like, really? Huh. I didn't know Carrie Fisher had a writing bone in her. Let's just assume that that's true, but I didn't know she had that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
You know, Vixen's not a bad band. They got some tunes, but if we want to talk about female bands, Girl School is better than Vixen. Like Vixen's pretty good, but look up Girl School, way better. I will say up, down, left, right, and center. Girl School is way better. Just trust me, bro, on that shit. But then who trumps them all is the metal queen Doro Pesh. She's the one. Okay, food detours, metal detours. But you guys are trying to throw me. You guys are trying to get me off brand here. I mean, I love it, guys, but movie. And this freaking extensive third act gets into a mad halt, dude. Like, we get to some wild shit. And that's why I thought I actually thought when I first saw this was going to be where the big final act happens. But we Billy Mays it, and more follows this.
Yep.
Because we get some wild stuff happening here. And it feels like we have hit like the peak, the climax, the grand crescendo, you name it. And then we get into like, it's like the would you call it? No, this wasn't the actual finish. This was, or would you call what happens after as like the overtime? Because it really felt like we had a genuine threat here. It really did. And I was like, damn, I respect the shit. And how the setting for both of these and how they go about them, man, absolutely incredible how all this shit plays out. It is fun. It's exciting. Absolutely intense.
Yeah, it is. I love the line. They have subways in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
is that the one that was just being built then, or?
I think it was just being built then.
Right.
Yeah, it was probably still fairly new, if
Are
not
they still
incomplete.
building it, or is it?
Yeah, I knew it's not incomplete.
They have trouble with building their trains out that way, right? I mean, the high-speed rail, I think, is still they haven't laid no track after $100 million of or $500 million, whatever that billion they've spent.
You
right?
trying to bait me, Riggs? I'm a master, man. Oh, now that I can believe.
Yes.
Yes. Or this PMS, it's murder. Yeah, I know what you mean. I've been married 25 years. Oh, man, what a line.
Yeah.
Oh,
that line will
dude.
get you sleeping on the couch.
Dude,
Yep.
that line might get you kicked out of the house. I'm just saying. Just saying. That was like, bro, he shot for the stars with that one. Like, holy crud, dude. I freaking loved it though. That was just brilliant genius. Oh, stop that shit. Cut it out. Oh man. No, they actually all it made for a good trio. It really did make for a good trio. I'm thinking, I wonder if she'll actually end up, hopefully she'll actually survive this movie. I actually thought she wasn't going to make it, too. That was the thing. Like, they really, once again, it felt like the stakes were truly like, she may not make it. This might be her one and done. And, bro, another thing, too, I mean, I haven't watched the fourth one, but I feel like this is the only Lethal Weapon where nothing happens in Murdaugh's house, and people love visiting his house.
Yep.
Seriously, 1 and 2 for sure. I don't know where help us here on your memory on the fourth movie. Mine's a bit shaky, admittedly. I feel like this is the only movie where Murdaugh's house was in the clear for once.
Oh, it didn't get blown up, right? Yeah.
Yeah, no, like nothing happened, no invasion, no nothing. But 1 and 2 for sure, very memorable shit. But I think fourth movie stuff happened too. But this might be the only movie I think his place was completely safe. So, once again, small things that make it different enough to stand out on its own. while still giving us a lot of the familiar traits that we know and love. It really is about the little things. It really is.
Well, the house is still a part of the story because Joe Pesci's trying to sell it.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And obviously Glover's planning on retirement, even though Mel's like, yeah, I don't buy that shit. And then
neither are we. We're not buying it. The audience isn't buying it either.
No, no, the audience ain't buying it either. No. I mean, what would you be giving up this life for? Look all this fun you're having. And then you have to look over Mel Gibson. And Mel Gibson leaves you on the edge, which in this scene, he does end up on the edge in the very literal sense. Like, can you imagine how many close to heart attacks Glover's would have, his character Merle would have working with Riggs? Especially,
wait a minute.
I wish I took a shot for every time Murdaugh yells, Riggs! Riggs! Yeah. Dude, I'd be drunk as shit, man.
Mark, can you back up and show the side of the trailer of the truck there that jackknifed?
Should I bring my Gina down?
Let's see. Oh yeah, only
there.
Animals should wear fur. Yep. No something pig.
Yeah, so we got vegan. PETA. She's got PETA. We got only animals should wear fur.
And
tasteless
you tell
pigs.
what's going on in society at this time.
Yeah. Big
so
time.
That was the thing going on at the time. Oh,
yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
It was happening. It was happening back then.
It was actually the tail end of it. The fur industry basically collapsed a year or two after this movie came out, and people started to wear artificial so that they could say, "No, it's not real. Don't throw paint on it."
Go back to the kids in 4. I can't say I remember. And he said most of us are older than Glover when he was getting too old for this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I really am impressed with, at least from an acting capability with Renee Russo, because she knows how to make me really despise her, and she succeeded on that front in Major League. And then in this movie, she's great at being a hero, and I freaking buy that shit. Now, usually you get typecast because sometimes when you're good at something, people want to capitalize on it, but she was definitely someone who got lucky and was able to, well, expand her horizons a bit. That's for certain. Hang on. Oh, well, that's exactly what Mel Gibson's about to do, quite literally, as he brings shit down. There's a face. He's like, I'm going to leave shit hanging. And the motorcycle causes the explosion. Bro, that's life on the edge, man. I'm kind of envious of it. I gotta say, I'm kind of envious of it. I mean, this is fun. At least I find it fun.
Yeah, the whole movie's fun. People killed it, but it was like, this is a freaking fun movie, Yeah, it's not, as good as the first one, but it's not bad. I mean, it's not. You have fun watching this. I mean,
oh, dude, do I ever have fun? I watch this and I feel good. I feel good. I get hyped. I get pumped. I'm laughing. I have moments of emotional investment. That's the thing. This movie has a core to it. Even amongst it, when it needs to be serious, it lets the moment breathe with the serious. And then when it needs to go back to being fun again, it goes back to being fun again. Yeah. So you get your emotional moments, and when it does, it lets it sit, which is something a lot of movies of the last 5-10 years could really learn from, of letting an emotional beat sit there and marinate a little. Something we have forgotten about doing. Time and place for everything, as I say.
It's like comedy. You don't step on the laugh. In an emotional scene, you don't interrupt it early because all of it loses impact. It's building as it goes. So to end it too soon screws that up. I agree with you. Absolutely. And again, it's a matter of this movie's timing is impeccable for both its humor and its dramatic parts. So, people could say, well, it's not as good as the first movie. No, but it's a hell of a lot better than almost anything that's been made since.
and let's not even, I even say that's an insult to this movie to compare it to that stuff, because this movie is still a great movie on its own merits. Like, let's not insult the greatness of this movie compared to the crap of recency. Let's say hey, this movie stands well on its own 2 feet. You can make the argument all day long if you like the first movie better. Okay, fine. But is it a great movie on its own 2 feet? Try to convince me otherwise. I will convince you why you were wrong. And I will succeed. Right. You could say I'm cocky for it. I say I'm just confident because I know what makes this movie work. Right. I think, the difference is most people who were viewing this had already watched 1 and 2. They had expectations. When you went into 1, you didn't have expectations. You had a bit of a different mindset going to the first movie. So, and that's fine. But man, seeing Pesci's tires get shot up.
Hey, I love the line. If Riggs shoots his tire, he goes, "Hey, I got a spare." So Murtaugh shoots the back tire.
Oh man, you're staying here. Yeah, you're not coming away from this shit. We're gonna take care of this ourselves, dude. I was almost concerned when they were going through all these houses, causing the whole demolition derby, these foundations. There was not going to be one where there was an unfinished foundation, aka a basement that was in the making, and they would flip the vehicle over. I'm actually impressed because that could have easily happened. Can you imagine that? Have you guys ever seen those foundations where it's the unfinished house? Oh, dude, that could have been the end for one of them. Or the good guys or the bad guys.
You're talking about an 8-foot deep concrete lined hole in the ground.
Oh, dude. I actually know someone it happened to.
God. I
know, I'm serious. I knew a guy once. Actually, you could call this the one that got away from me. So I had a friend at the time. I was working at a Borders bookstore. And I remember this. And he came to visit me at work. He's like, "Hey, is there any way you can convince the coffee girl to try to sell me a cup of straight espresso?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll try. I'll try to convince her." She's like, "I don't know if I could sell this." So I'm like, "Yeah, but just do it." And the management actually had to get involved. And they finally made the sale. He got the drink. And then, he called me after I got work. He goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" As I said to him, "I'm actually going to go hang out with my girlfriend at the time." And he said, "Oh, okay, that's fine. We're just going to go off-roading tonight." I'm like, "Okay, cool. Maybe I'll join you tomorrow if you want to do it then." And what's it called happen? I get a call, and it's about 3 a.m. at night. And I'm thinking, I got a few missed calls. And it's my friend at the time. And I see his other buddy called me out. He's like, "Hey, you, just so you know, we're at the hospital." I'm like, "Whoa, why are you guys at the hospital?" And he's like, "Oh, we were off-roading and we were in this area that looked like an unfinished road. And before you know it, it actually ended up being a hole. And we flipped our Jeep over into a basement hole." And yeah, he flipped the damn Jeep into the basement. You can pause the slideshow for us too. He flipped the damn Jeep, and they said they didn't realize what happened until they said they had no idea how long they'd been out, but they think they were only out for like 10 minutes. Like, apparently my buddy at the time was like, "Dude, can you imagine how badass these photos will look on MySpace?" He's like, "How much oil is on me? Will it look cool if I get on top of the vehicle and stand on it?"
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
Oh, man.
So apparently they took pictures standing on top of the vehicle, and then they called for emergency help after. I was like, "You guys are fucking legends. You guys are legends." Holy shit-a-roni, Batman!
Yeah, I've been waiting to see you notice that.
Got a $20 super chat of pizza slices from 6. Holy macaroni. 6. It's great. I was just wondering about you a few days ago saying, "Man, I wonder what she's doing nowadays." But thank you very much for the 20. That's wild. Seriously, that's showdown in Little Tokyo wild. I mean, bro, I just, whoo.
It's like winning.
I saw you strip down for that hot tub.
His dick's not small.
You have the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man.
Thanks.
I hope you're well, Six. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Six.
Wow.
Thank you.
That is insanely generous. I am grateful and appreciative for that. I hope 2026 is being kind to you. All right. Anyways, back to badass extended third act, where it's a third act that has two acts in it. We'll call it a third act with two acts in it, because one's at the roads and the subway, the other is at the unfinished houses. And what a way to finish it off, man! Like with the stakes, bro. I like. There's even go to hell, Riggs. You first. I was like, bro. I love that badassery shit, man. Mel Gibson captures all the types of dialogue. He has like the cheesy liners. He has the serious liners. He has the outrageous liners. He just has the normal liners. He's full of liner. Full of liner. Man.
No eyeliner, thank God, though.
Yeah. Knowing Mel Gibson, he'd probably find some funny, cheeky way of making it work, but no. It's a hell of a third act. And I actually thought, like, when Lorna, she got shot, I was like, oh shit, no. I was actually kind of bummed because, like, damn it, she's a one and done character. Because, you see, Gibson was all in on her. He was ready to move on with his life. He was all in, and he thought it was going to be on him. I love the way he finishes off. Holy shit. Like, as our man here is trying to ram his giant vehicle into him, and he gets a gun thrown to him, and boom, boom, boom. I was like, yeah, bitch. What now? It was fucking glorious, dude. It's a hell of a third act, too. It's explosive. Everything's just going on. This is how you have a great sticking the landing type of movie. Remember when that used to be like commonplace and not a man, this movie started with a bang and just really came undone in the third act. This movie's just like, nah, brah, we got you. We're gonna give you a banging third act and with a little moment of closure to cap it off after.
Yeah, no, I mean it's straightforward, but it's good action here, good stunts, and you love these guys, right? So you don't want them to get hurt, obviously.
No.
And you're waiting to see, what Murtaugh is, Glover's retiring, right? So what's going to happen, right? They're not going to kill. Yeah, he's got to have a happy ending, right? So you never know.
Go ahead, Red Shirt.
Yeah, this is. You don't see that. You asked the question. We don't see this much. And this movie actually manages to dial it up even after the subway scene, which is pretty amazing, given how well that whole action sequence worked.
Mm-hmm.
But they still have to go after the bad guy.
Fuel line.
Yeah, Jack Travis. And, as long as he's out there, this case isn't done. So that's why we get the, sort of the Act 3B. And it's the part where, okay, we've taken care of all the other guys. Now we got to go get that. Now we got to go get the really bad one. And Danny Glover. I don't remember exactly how the movie ended. So I figured Danny Glover his Murtaugh would probably take a hit at some point, just because he was being he wanted to be so damn careful in his last few days.
I get it. He wants to make it through retirement.
Yeah, he did short timer syndrome. You get careful and then you get hurt because you're careful. You're not doing it the same way anymore. And they didn't play off of that. They decided not to put that into the story. They just gave him his, let him run out his clock to retirement day. But I think that added, for me at least, added to the suspense of, is Rene Russo's character going to be a one and done? So we're going to lose her in the third act, Lorna?
As the trade-off?
Or is Roger Murtaugh going to get dinged on this one? And So I don't think it was obvious that they were just going to go right in and take care of business. And I
Yeah.
think they set that up really well, even though they didn't use it. They didn't kill off Lorna. They didn't wound Murtaugh, but they could have. And the fact that that could happen and it would make a big impact on the story,
Felt like it could happen.
when you're watching that third act unfold, it's like, how many bullets can Murtaugh dodge? He's this short when he's such a short timer. And his family is selling their house. They want to move. He's going to go back. He's going to have a normal civilian life, probably be bored out of his skull.
Gardening. Got to spend time with his wife.
Right. But yeah, I think that added to the suspense of the final scenes. At least it did for me.
No, that's a good point. I that's something that didn't cross my mind, but I could see why that would cross yours, because that definitely seems applicable, given that we have Russo here in this position. Murtaugh seems to be on the way out. Maybe she could have been like a replacement. Who knows? Or maybe she might die. And yeah, it feels like it could have swung so many ways. I think that they were trying to leave us on the edge of suspense of which way could this go. And I love that. It really was like you don't know which direction they're going to go. So it felt like anything really truly wasn't off limits. Hell, even freaking Mel Gibson was above what? And did he end up drinking some gasoline because he was trying to rip the fuel line? And he had to take a little bit of fuel from it.
He's siphoning gas out of the tank, and you have to suck the gasoline up into the top of the tube. And when it comes down, it comes in your mouth. By the way, most sane people use a pump to do that.
Yeah, so it is really tough to suck the chrome off a bumper, I guess. Then, right?
Yes, it is. But I love his line. Blech, Exxon.
Yeah, that fuel. What's up, Eric Maldonado? Long time no see, bud. Glad you can drop on in, sir. I hope you are well, man. It has been quite some time. Happy Toxic Tuesday to you, sir. Appreciate it. No, it is awesome, this ending. The way the fuel line drags out and just goes through a chain reaction of burning it all down. That's what he realized I did. The only way I can stop this and stop everyone, I got to burn it all down. And he does. It is freaking glorious. It, like, despite what this could be, what I thought was going to be a loss, it was a very major victory for everything else. It felt like, okay, this is a well-earned victory. If anything, the only major sin, I guess you could say, if you even want to use that term, but I guess we'll say it just for conversation's sake. I think the only sin, and I'm just loosely in a minor sense, it's just the fact that it was just following up 2 other movies. That's it. That really feels like that's it to me. That was its biggest sin. It was just you had to follow up those 2 movies before. I mean, is there any objections in that? Any agreements? I don't feel like this movie has that many flaws or issues to this movie. I genuinely feel like this is a really strong sequel. Hey, some might even say it's one of the strongest sequels.
Well, yeah, you got to know the other 2 movies to enjoy this one as much, but the acting is just so good. It's like you're missing some of the stuff from I'm too old for this shit again. As in Toback is saying on Rumble, yeah, most of us are older than Glover was when he was getting too old for this shit. It's like I was freaking outside today in the back in our shop, and we have a car that hasn't been charged, it's putting a trickle charger. I went to close the trunk. I'm on the snow. And like I just fell on my ass in the snow. I'm like, did I break anything? It's like I slipped on the ice there. I'm like, I'm too old. I'm thinking I'm too old for this shit. Why isn't someone else doing this? It's like, I'm like all of a sudden I'm on my ass. I'm like, how did that happen? I'm just closing the fucking trunk in the car, and I'm checking to make sure everything's like all the pieces are still connected. It's like, I mean, God bless Lindsey Vaughn. I mean, geez, the guts to go down a mountain that fast, and man, she got really wrecked. I mean, it was looking at her injury. I mean, it was not just like a broken leg. I mean, she's got months and months of rehab. God bless her, and all these other athletes that do this crazy shit.
I was under the impression that she was doing that run with a completely torn ACL. And
Yeah.
if that's the case, I don't know. I don't see how the team doctor released her to do it. I don't. I'm aghast if that's
Well,
the case.
I have a torn ACL and I feel like shit because I'm like telling my wife, like, I don't know if I can do these chores. And now I'm going to get like, well, Lindsey Vonn can go ski the fucking downhill. Get your fat ass off the couch with your torn ACL. And I don't want to hear any shit, but my meniscus is torn too. It's like, yeah, that's going to work. But actually your knee is actually, I've had a torn ACL for years. And my knee was very stable until recently when my meniscus got torn. So depending on, the person or what, how their knee reacts. But I mean, she's superhuman. I mean, they think Mickey Mantle played his whole career with a torn ACL. But yeah, it's amazing though. It's just the guts that it takes to do that. So
yeah, she has really wrecked her knee because of the previous crash and injury, and now this. I mean, the ACL is I was a skier, and losing my ACL or damaging my ACL was the thing that always worried me the most. That was the injury I did not want to get, because that is weeks and weeks and weeks of therapy. And that's if you get a really good surgeon to reattach it or repair the tear. You still have a long way to go.
And a lot of times it's never the same again either. So
exactly.
Never, ever.
Yeah. And that's why my downhill runs are much slower now.
I don't want to digress too far, but
Danny Glover's about to get lucky.
And he drags her into the bathtub. I was like, that's so fucking romantic. The fact that they brought a cake, prepared for retirement. Oh, hold up, I ain't gonna retire, and also I still want that cake, and I still love you. Also, we ain't moving out. We're staying in this bitch. We ain't leaving. I was like, that's a very Lethal Weapon kind of ending. And Eric, I got good news for you, sir. We're going to be talking Lethal Weapon 4 next week. I saw your comment say you're watching the stream from the beginning. When you get to this point of the stream, dude, we're going to do 4 next week. So make sure you check on the bell thing, and make sure it gets for all notifications and not some. That way you can, be able to catch it from the beginning next week, because I am aware that for a lot of people, they don't get it ever, or they get it late. So you got to adjust it so you get all bells, because otherwise it will have no problem doing it selectively. So I'm glad you could drop in, though. Great to see you here. And no, Danny, no, don't worry. Mel Gibson doesn't have any crush on your daughter. She's just being cordial to him. That's all it is. She's just being cordial. I love their last banter towards each other too. The jokes towards each other. I was like, oh, God wouldn't do that to me. I hope that when I retire, your new partner is just like you. That won't happen to me, because they're winners and losers. And God wouldn't do that. And he's like, shit, you're right. I know. Oh, man, like he's really thinking about it, deep in thought about this. Like, shit, my point exactly. Son of a bitch, shit. Oh man, just fucking phenomenal flick, dude. I love this movie. I really do. And it did well at the box office, obviously, no. And here's the thing, adjusted for inflation, granted, it had the backings of having a strong opening weekend. We'll keep that in mind. But it was the second highest gross as far as, adjust for inflation. So it was the second highest one. And the numbers were high for us. I think it was in like the 300 millions domestically speaking. Dude, that's crazy. Like most of those movies wish they can do that. It opened to like 30-something million opening weekend 92. So the movie was still a giant success. This movie was a big success. So it was clear that after 3 movies, okay, yeah, we have a thing here. Unfortunately, it wasn't for another 6 years that we would get the 4th movie. But in that 4th movie, we get Chris Rock and we get Jet Li. Like, holy crap, talk about expanding the cast, but not expand too much. It's not like the Fast and the Furious where everyone's part of the family now.
Right.
Pesci's back in
Shit, I think
in
I'm
that
in
one
the
too, right?
family. I think I'm in the family in the Fast and the Furious. I'm pretty sure I'm in it at this point. That's how big the family is now in those movies. I'm part of it now, and I've never even been in one of those movies.
Is Pesci back in the 4th one? I can't remember.
Yeah,
He's back.
Pesci's
now,
in the
right?
4th.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Pesci's
Yeah.
back. Russo's back. Introduce Rock. Introduce Lee. Live and die in LA. Yeah, I agree. We should do those. I agree. We have not done those, so I'm gonna remember those, Mr. Eric. Since you mentioned it, I'm gonna remember those because, well, as I say a lot here, there's still a lot we haven't done. And why the fuck not? Seriously, why not? So, chat. I would like to hear your guys' toxic scores, whether it's Toback and Psycho Megas being the men holding the fort down on Rumble, or for you guys here on YouTube, whether it's Eric or Davina or D-Bud or TZ, Corbin. Guys, I want to hear those toxic scores for this movie because, as per usual, we'll go through the scores and we'll do our scores and we'll plug our plugs and then we'll transition to Rumble exclusively. So while you guys are getting your toxic scores out, Mark, why don't you tell us your toxic thoughts on Lethal Weapon 3, which I can't believe it took us this long to get this one.
To get
Damn,
here.
we were late.
It's been a while. Yeah. So I'm gonna give this maybe like a 7, I think. I think Gibson is a freaking toxic character in this movie, and got all the lines like bringing the Rene Russo into the welcome to my orifice, and brings her into the into the men's room. Just some of the stuff that they do in this movie, like he's beating the shit out of the criminal. Like you have the right not to say. What does he say anything else? Or there's just some great lines in this. So really, and of course the classic. I'm too old for this shit. Not that that's toxic, but then the other thing with what he does to Leo too, where does it say that getting a gunshot wound requires a rectal exam? So I mean, where they set him up for that. So there's some fun stuff in here. And of course, the bad guys. I mean, there's pretty standard generic bad guys in this movie. It's not a plot that's rocket science here, but it's damn fun. It doesn't need to be. No, you want to see the buddies together. Although Murtaugh keeps thinking that Gibson's Riggs is gonna hit on his daughter. I'm like, by now you think you could trust them, right? That's the one thing. Even at the end, he's like, you kissed her on the cheek. It's but
as long as it's on the cheek, it's all good.
On the cheek. Yeah. Oh, the other thing I want to say, not part of the toxicity, but I've mentioned that the TV show is really well done, especially the first few seasons. TV show is fantastic, and they go really into details of the home life and the characters, because they got more time. It's a movie, but the lead, it's not Gibson and it's and Glover, but they grow on you, and they're really good. And I guess there was a conflict with the guy that was the lead of Mel Gibson, his role. Yeah, he got in a fight with the producers or something. They wrote him off the show, so it kind of went to hell after that. But if you haven't seen the Lethal Weapon TV show, check it out. It's got some good shit. It's a lot better than I thought it would be. So it's a nice compliment to the movies. You get more of these characters. So I give it 2 thumbs up too. So, and it's pretty toxic too. So, but check it out. Yep.
All right, we got a few toxic scores here. By the way, thank you, Mark. Appreciate
that.
Thank you.
Yep, rolling in some more clips for you now as we speak.
Thank you. I'll clip our clips and tips up. On Rumble, we have Psycho Megas says he's gonna give it an IGN 7. Toback said it's been so long, but this was a great refresher. His toxic score, I gave it a 7 because I remember the naked chick in the first one, the toilet bomb in the second one. So this gets knocked for going more mainstream. I disagree on going more mainstream. I disagree on that. I feel like this was just another one in the line of the series, but a well done line in the series. On YouTube, Jonathan Conroy, Toxicity 8, my favorite of the sequels, he said. Nice. Darth Viewer, definitely a 7 for Toxicity. If it had a wet fight like Lethal Weapon 1, it would be a 10. It's good. Eric Maldonado said Toxicity 100 always. The Lethal Weapon franchise is always 100. Brian Barth an 8. D-Buzz said, I've only seen one, so I can't. Oh, dude. Yeah, watch these sequels, homie.
Wow.
You gotta watch these. Does Nick need to send you out a copy of some of these sequels? Because I feel like I have like a sworn duty now to do that. So don't tempt me. All right, Red Shirt, toxic thoughts on Lethal Weapon 3.
Well, Lethal Weapon 3 is one of those movies that couldn't be made today because they can't write it, and it can't be made today because they wouldn't write it. And the wouldn't write is the toxic part. They would not put that in. The fact that I got to get names here because I suck with names. The fact that Lorna is a badass but doesn't have to overshadow Gibson, Glover, Riggs and Murtaugh is very 90s. It's setting up a romance between Riggs and Lorna Cole, that again wouldn't be done today because they just can't have meaningless hookup sex like that, even though that's actually from what I've been told by my young friends, of which I have none, that is the dating scene in college these days. He is as toxic as he can manage in this. Every line turns into a toxic quip somewhere, like step into my orifice. It's an ordinary line. Why don't you step into my office? I need to talk so we can talk. And he turns it into a toxic moment. So the movie gets 7 at least, just because Riggs and his dialogue and Gibson's delivery is so glib, and it's so offhand. But he knows he's egging people on. He's baiting the audience with those lines as well as baiting the characters around him. But I have to say that Rene Russo's got to add at least a half, because man, this PMS, it's murder, is a line that no man could say and no woman today would say. So I give it a 7.5.
Okay. I like that. Excellent. I like that, Richard. Thank you. Mars Monkey Max, what's up, buddy? If you've been here, I don't know if you just dropped in or if you've been here, you just were lurking, but good to see you. So I say Toxic 7 as well. I remember seeing it in the theater. It's a classic for me. Okay, killer. Well, for me, I'm going to go with a really long, hard, and strong 8.2 on this one. The dialogue alone, to me, is a toxicity. You blend the great dialogue, lines that absolutely wouldn't be said. Also, we had a wet fight. It wasn't as soaking wet. Maybe it was a little longer, but think of it as two men who were being adventurous with each other, and they just got caught in the act. To me, that's like, oh, whoa, that was really spicy. They were just having a moment, and they got outed quick by other cops. So they couldn't extend them on because it was just too spicy going on. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the 8.2 for my toxic score. But chat, we're gonna be transitioning over to Rumble to watch some clips from the movie, free of all the BS on YouTube. So I just want to say right here in the chat, this is the link to the Rumble side. I truly hope that you transition with us. In case you don't, I appreciate your time here hanging out with us. We had a nice, good crowd tonight. Over 20. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. 6, thank you for that super chat. Thank you guys for your engagement and your enthusiasm. I love to see it. In case you, once again, don't transition with us, we'll be back next week for Lethal Weapon 4. So good to see some of the regulars. A few faces we haven't seen in a while here Always awesome to see that. The right movie will bring them back. Yeah, Lethal Weapon 4 next week. This Saturday is Clobby's Comic Shop, and then this Thursday afternoon is the second episode of Nick Talks Trek, which will have my guest. He's the guy below me. Which, speaking of guy below me, he gets to plug his plugs.
Well, yep, I'm looking forward to talking all things Trek on 2 episodes of the original series Thursday with Nick Weiser. That will be, what time is that, Nick?
Noon o'clock.
Noon o'clock. Okay. Noon o'clock it is. So we will see you. He and I will, at least, Thursday at noon. Be there.
Can't wait. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
All right. Appreciate it, Red Shirt. Thanks for being here, hanging out with the boys, talking some Lethal Weapon, dude. It's been a fun one tonight.
Yeah.
Mark, thank you for your plugging, your clipping, your tipping, and your stripping, sir. You gave us great visuals. You gave us an orangina emoji. I owe it to you, and I will continue to do that, sir. I'm grateful for your contributions and your time. What do you want to plug before you fully transition?
Before we transition, of course, Sunday Night Geekery, usually 10:30 p.m.
Still
Eastern.
gotta do that pizza thing.
Yeah, we gotta do the pizza thing. Yeah, you know what we're gonna do next week? Actually, I'm gonna watch Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Do a watch party before that. So either we could do the pizza before that, or we'll figure it out. We'll figure out a time to do the pizza. We'll figure it out, but there's always time for pizza. And of course, late night Fortnite on Friday night, and videos during the week. And I exciting stuff like, I grabbed all my, I found a box of action figures that were in my mom's attic, and let me turn the camera on. Toys, so can see all my
big in you.
Oh, I screwed up. Let's see.
It's okay, I just big in you.
I got the camera's not. I don't know if you can see all the toys back there, but there's a cool video on my channel, so I'll have to break that down. But found like 100 action figures that I've been looking for like 20 years in my mom's attic. So that was a good find. You always love finding those toys, right? So you can never have too many toys. Yep. So let me grab, like here, we'll grab one.
Oh yeah,
the original X-Men line.
Dude, I remember that one.
I'm gonna pump you up. I'm gonna pump you up. Go Colossus. Yep. We'll grab one more here.
Dude,
I'm worried like they're all like fall over, but this is my favorite one, the Flash, and from the superpowers, and you wind him up.
Oh, look I remember that.
Look how fast he can run.
I love it. I love it.
So yeah, check out my channel for that video, and I got to do like a breakdown of it or like shorten it so all the highlights. But it was like, yes, I found those action figures because here's one more. Yep,
one more. Whip it out.
Almost not. Well, this is how I knew that. When I saw this in the box, my Ed 209, I've been looking for this for years. Yeah. And he's got a cap gun in the back. So you put caps in the back and you can, back when you could have cap guns. Yep. So Ed 209. Yeah. Yeah. Teasy cannot separate a man from his toys. Yeah. When I saw this in the box, I'm like, that's where they went. That's where they went. I've been looking for them for so freaking long. So I'll be doing some more videos on those toys. Yep. And some retro computing too. I've been pulling out some old computers. So yep. Old is new again, right?
That's right. Old is
over shit. Don't die.
Yeah, don't. Please don't. Mark, are you ready to transition?
Yeah. D-Bud saying Malibu Barbies aren't considered action figures. I do have the Star Trek Barbie back there. Come on.
Oh, I love it. Chat. It's been so freaking good tonight. It has been a really fun one. Seriously. Once again, the Rumble link is right up there. Seems like a lot of you already transitioned. Thank you, by the way. Guys, less than 30 seconds. We're transitioning. Less than 20 seconds because I sped it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you next week. We'll talk Lethal Weapon 4. Otherwise, for those of you who transition with us, let's look at some clips and tips on Lethal Weapon 3. Thank you very much for being here. You all have a great night over on the YouTube side. Goodbye, good fight, and good night. Yeah.